so we're just going to walk right back there, okay?
This is the night that started Brett Ryan on a downward spiral.
We'll go back to our office. We offer you the official breath test.
He's accused of driving under the influence in Pierce County. State troopers found cans of alcohol in his truck.
And he said I was intoxicated, but I don't know.
Brett Ryan's arrest in 2023 was his first brush with the law in several years.
He got the DUI, and then I think that set him back. Look at that one, that's really cute.
It was a heartbreaking relapse to Judy Russo, a mother who saw so much good in her only son.
That's a good picture of him.
Nearly every image shows Brett fishing, smiling, having fun with friends.
Loved everybody, everybody loved him. He didn't have a mean bone in his body.
But her 36-year-old son also faced challenges.
When did you first detect that he might have a drug or alcohol problem?
He was probably about 17.
With that long-term addiction history, Judy was hopeful when the DUI attorney that her son hired, the law firm of Barbara A. Bowden in Lakewood, quickly referred Brett to a drug and alcohol treatment clinic.
It's obvious that he needed help, and that was his way to get it.
Brett enrolled at the Puyallup office of Rainier Recovery, a chain of 3 state-licensed treatment clinics that the Bowden legal team sent many clients to.
They're the pros. They're the ones that should have picked up on it right away.
But Rainier Recovery failed to pick up on Brett's history of hardcore drug use, according to these documents from the Washington Department of Health. Acting on a complaint last year, health investigators uncovered an extensive pattern of corrupt practices. They include falsified urinalysis tests, unlicensed counselors, and an unnamed law firm that wanted clients' assessments doctored so their addiction would not appear as severe to judges and courts.
There's a lot of references in these documents to a law firm.
Yeah.
What was the law firm and what were they doing?
So that was Bowden Law Firm. That was Barbara Bowden's law firm.
Alyssa Keene was Rainier's director of operations until May of last year. She says Bowden lawyers coordinated with Rainier Recovery owner and CEO Jeremiah Dunlap. He would pressure his counselors to downgrade treatment plans for Bowden clients, according to Alyssa and other employees who spoke to the Department of Health.
And then it would be, we just want to make the attorneys happy. And regularly it would kind of just be burned into your head, like, that's the moneymaker.
Were you pressured into altering an assessment or evaluation?
Yes.
Alyssa is the only one of 4 former Rainier counselors we talked to that was willing to appear on camera.
If you get pulled over for a DUI, the officer may release you.
All said that the law firm of Barbara Bowden, a longtime DUI attorney in Pierce County, demanded that Dunlap change their clients' assessments to a lower level. There were things we weren't allowed to report to the courts, employees told investigators. A 5th former employee, who had a different take, also agreed to an on-camera interview.
This is Phoebe, and this is Booger. Booger is my emotional support dog.
Jennifer Richards says she saw no misconduct at Rainier Recovery. Even though she was a counselor trainee, not a fully licensed counselor, Jennifer Richards' title was lead clinician.
Barbara Bowden's office never called the shots. We had way more clients that had nothing to do with Bowden's office.
We understand it's a tough situation to be in.
But Brett Ryan's case reveals how Bowden's law firm may have used manipulated assessments to get clients a lighter sentence. A Rainier Recovery counselor designated Brett NSP, no significant problem, requiring the lowest level of treatment.
All rise. Pierce County District Court is now in session.
In this courtroom in January of last year, the judge relied on that report to sentence Brett to no jail time and 3 months of drug and alcohol monitoring by Rainier Recovery, a minimal sentence. Records show he paid Rainier for 1 day-long drug and alcohol class and victims panel.
Brett paid $190 for 8 hours when he should have been hauled off to a treatment center right then and there. I mean, that's a joke.
So why? Why do all this? What possibly could have been the motive? In a final order signed with the state, Rainier's owner Jeremiah Dunlap did not dispute that it was maximum revenue, money, and that he had a deal with Bowden. Records say Bowden's success rates, getting light sentences and less treatment, attracted more clients to her firm. And Rainier profited with a steady stream of paying clients referred by Bowden's firm. Everybody wins, except perhaps for the client.
The King 5 investigators made several attempts to contact Barbara Bowden and did not get a response. we tracked her down outside the Pierce County Courthouse.
Hello, Ms. Bowden. We're the King 5 investigators. We need to talk to you about Rainier Recovery. Were you telling employees there?
I have to go to court.
Were you telling employees there to alter evaluations, ma'am?
Bowden did not answer the many questions we have about her law firm and its relationship with Rainier Recovery Centers and its owner.
It's all over Department of Health documents if that's what you were doing.
And there's evidence she's been doing it a long time. Mike Harbison is a lawyer who worked for Bowden 15 years ago. He declined an on-camera interview, but told King 5 Bowden would call the shots as far as manipulation of assessments was concerned. Harbison said at the time he was a young attorney and I didn't know how evaluations work. The consequences of improper assessments and treatment can be tragic.
I was laying in bed and starting to go to sleep, and I heard a thud.
We'll show you what happened to Brett Ryan just weeks after his DUI sentencing. And we uncover that the Rainier Recovery counselor who assessed Brett for that court recommendation is someone we've spoken to before.
We've learned a few things since the last time we did an interview. It looks like your signature is on the records there. Does that seem accurate? So, we will continue this story tomorrow at this time right here on King 5 News. And we'll tell you more about our investigation 10 years ago that exposed that lawyer, Barbara Bowden, doing the same kind of thing with 5 other treatment centers. Over the years, we've seen her name in many of State Department of Health records, but it seems that no agency has actually taken any action against her.
And as you reported, the state has investigated before. So what action did they take?
You know, not very much, Joyce. I have to tell you, Jeremiah Dunlap sold Rainier Recovery. He maintains his substance abuse counselor's license without any blemish on his record. So he doesn't have that business anymore, still a licensed counselor. And the State Department of Health says it has no jurisdiction over a lawyer like Bowden, and judges in Pierce County, where she often practices law, declined to comment for this story. But the Bar Association says no complaints in her record.
Can't wait to see the second half of this
Part two
tomorrow night.
at 6:30, you bet.
Okay.
Chris,
We'll see you
thank
back
you.
here.
You can see a lot more from the King 5 investigators in their monthly spotlight streaming right now. Just download the King 5 Plus app on your TV and you can watch it for free.